Dr. Ima. Hi, Dr. Ima.
Hi, Green. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Selamat berpuasa to you.
Thank you so much.
And we hope we've got you at a good time today.
Oh, yes, no problem.
Fantastic. How are the pets around you? How many pets are around you right now?
Oh, one.
Only
I have
one.
cat. Yeah.
Which is a cat, is it?
Yes.
It's your favorite cat. What's your cat's name, ma'am?
I named him Catot.
Okay.
Yes.
Zam, you like the name of that cat, Zam? Okay, so today Zam brought up this topic over here, calming pets with art, and there's so much we need to know about pets, especially, right? And
Yes.
I think one of the first important things a lot of people need to realize, Dr. Ima, is that without love, if you don't have love for a pet, don't keep a pet, right?
True, exactly.
Right? Yeah. So, okay, Dr. Ima, before we go on, can you tell the people where you are and how they can actually get in touch with you if they need to get professional advice in the future? From Serve to You Vet Care, where are you located?
Okay. I have one clinic in Kota Kemuning, which is Serviu Veterinary Clinic.
Mm-hmm.
And another one is in Bandar Sri Damansara, which is Trio Veterinary Clinic.
Right. And you're open on what days and times?
We're open daily.
Right.
From 10 to 7 p.m.
Right.
And there are certain days on weekends that actually is shorter in time. So basically, in Shah Alam until 5,
Mm-hmm.
Trio until 3.
Right. Right. And we had you on the show before, and we remember you were even invited over to when they had exhibitions at Maha and all these places for the animals, right? And you were giving talks over there. And you also were part of the team that went around to rescue pets during floods.
Yes.
Right. Such a dedicated person. How did you get to be a vet?
How did I get to be a vet? I don't know. But because basically, I think because I thought I just love animals. But at the same time, I think, these animals actually deserve something better because there are voiceless animals. And then I thought that some of us should be the voice of these voiceless animals.
Wow. And then you had to study towards reaching your goals, yeah?
Yes.
And what was that like? I mean, what's it take to train to be a vet?
Okay. For in Malaysia, actually, we have this bachelor degree of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, which currently in university we have University Putra Malaysia and also University Malaysia Kelantan currently.
Mm-hmm. And how long is this course? I mean, how long does one have to study to be a vet?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Right. Or what kind of animals do you get to get used to? I mean, like, when you go and be a vet.
Mm-hmm.
Right. If you're scared of animals, is that detrimental?
I don't know what to say, but basically we have so many species of animals, right? And then basically, if you're practicing like small animal, you're usually like seeing cats and dogs and probably like some small mammals.
Right.
But if you are expanding or broadening your species patience, basically you will see like other species of animals, for example, like snakes, other reptiles.
Snakes. Okay, that's what I wanted to get to. So are you okay with snakes?
Yeah, exactly. I actually love snakes.
Ooh.
I love exotic pets and animals, and actually my dream job is to be a wildlife vet.
Oh, wildlife vet. So you'll be dealing with all kinds of things, like even crocodiles, even, right? And turtles and stuff, right?
Yes.
How different are they? Are they all very different? I mean, yeah, of course, I would imagine a fish would be different from, yeah. But how different are they?
Because based on, I'm just observing like my friends that are in this field. Basically, they are dealing with more larger animals. They're not tame. They're very wild. So it's quite different from we're dealing with pets and whatnot.
Right. I think snakes are one of the most misunderstood animals, right?
Yeah, I would say.
And most of the times, whenever we hear of anybody finding a snake, it's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. I mean, they would kill
So true.
the snake straight away. It's like, oh boy,
Yeah.
it's so hard to be a snake in our country. Why? Why? I mean, shouldn't there be more awareness about snakes and the kind of snakes that would be dangerous to us, and the kind of snakes that are helpful to us, like the ones who keep the rodent population down, right?
Yeah, but because I think we already being we know that reptiles, like for example, the snakes, probably they're kind of they can um make us make us as food, so that kind
Oh,
of things.
right.
So sometimes we're afraid that probably we can be included in the food food chain.
Right. So I tell you, we're so lucky we don't have the Komodo dragon here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
If we
yes, yes.
if we had that, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, all right. So anyway, let's talk about today's topic over here. Producer Zam has this topic and these questions for you. What are the common signs that a pet is stressed or anxious? If you have a cat or a dog or some other, what are the common signs that shows the pet is stressed or anxious?
All right. So basically, pet can show stress or anxiety in various ways, depends on their species as well. So some of the common signs that show their stress, usually for dogs, for example, they'll have excessive panting or drooling, pacing, restlessness, excessive barking, whining, howling, destructive behavior, and then they would probably hide or avoid interaction, trembling or shaking. But for cats, basically they're more hiding, they will hide more than usual. Excessive grooming that can lead to bald spots, decreased appetite, urinating or defecating outside the litter box, increased aggression or withdrawal, ears pinned back, tail flicking. So basically, there are some criteria or characteristics that we might see in this kind of animals.
Right, and it gets worse if the animal does its wee wee or whatever outside of the places that
Yeah.
they're supposed to, and then the owner comes and shouts. That's going to stress the animal more, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So you got to stay cool. Yeah, like sometimes I've seen some friends, right? If you go over to the house and they have a dog, and the dog is doing its duty, it's protecting the house, and the first thing the friend will do will be like, no, quiet, 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 and then they hit the dog, and that dog is protecting your house. Why would you hit your dog?
Yes.
Right? So
Yeah. Because usually that kind of things, they have to actually train their dog on how to accept or which probably guests are coming, and they should train their dog how to like stay or be quiet, that kind of thing, instead of like hitting.
right. Maybe we should make it compulsory before you get a pet. You got to be trained.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. True,
Correct.
true.
Zab, don't laugh, Zab. Yeah. Okay. So how can owners create a stress-free environment for their pets?
Okay. Basically, it's depends. Like again, it depends. So what kind of stress, leading or triggering the stress in animal. But generally, one is you have to provide a consistent routine. For example, like regular feeding, play, and sleep schedule, which will help pets to feel more secure. Secondly, minimize loud noises. I think these are the things that very common. Um, Pets or animals usually they don't really like loud noises. Um, just for example, like sudden or constant loud sounds that can cause anxiety. For example, like
Fireworks. Yeah.
yeah, fireworks. Sometimes vacuum cleaners. Sometimes our hair dryer sounds. That kind of things also can trigger anxiety and also stress in them. Then you have to provide like safe spaces. Every pet should have a designated area where they can retreat when feeling stressed. So different animals, the safe space is different. For example, for cats, their safe space probably on top or higher. Like perches. Perches is like platforms or probably on top of the fridge or cupboard, that kind of things.
Right.
While dogs, basically, they probably provide more larger space for them to feel like comfortable for to stay or sit or sleep.
Right. Maybe you can put their favorite pillow or something.
Yeah, like blanket or cushions. Okay, and then
Yeah.
the next one will be avoid overhandling. For example, some small mammals or reptiles, they don't really like or overhandling. So
Okay.
they really need time to adjust to human interaction because initially they're not domestic animals, so they need time to adapt to other species or other environment that we're providing them. And others are proper socialization. For example, dogs, sometimes they need to be trained to socialize, whether it's being among dogs and dogs or probably other pets or probably humans.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and others probably I just cannot add on
Go
is
on.
exercise and mental stimulation for dogs. They need to express their energy in order to prevent aggression or behavior that we don't want.
Biting your shoes and all that.
Yeah, damaging the stuff inside your house and then probably break things, that kind of things. And another most important thing is for cats especially, the litter box have to be kept hygiene all the time. So which is you have to provide more litter box in the house if you have more than one cat. Usually the gold standard of preparing the litter boxes would be amount of cat you have to plus one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, for example, you have like 3 cats, you have to have 4 litter boxes supposedly.
Okay.
Yeah, and a scratching post, not to forget, because usually naturally if they're outside or wild, they need the scratching post like trees or something that a bit coarse to mark or to scratch their nails and whatnot.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's for their own grooming, right?
Yes.
Because I think it gets horrible if you keep a pet in an apartment and then they've got nothing to scratch on, huh?
Yes. That's why if you have apartments, sometimes they don't really have like extra space, but you have to have that kind of things that they can still climb, they can scratch on, they can hide.
Right. Do they like something over their heads? I mean, do pets want to, does a cat or a dog feel more comfortable if you're talking about times when they're stressed with sounds or noises? Do they like something covering their heads, or do they prefer just open?
Sorry, I didn't get
Like they have a house with a roof over their heads. Like
okay.
even if it's a small one, even a small box, but a roof they like to go under, and maybe they feel more secure. Like sometimes they like to go under the car. Is that because
Yeah.
they feel like there's something over their heads, right?
Yeah, basically they need some place to hide because sometimes they need their alone time, and then they feel safe inside the some box or things that they can hide underneath.
Right. Okay. What are some behavioral issues related to stress, and how can owners address them?
Okay, there are actually various behavioral issues which actually manifest differently depending on the species as well. So some of the common stress-related behaviors are, one is destructive behavior, which is common in dogs, cats, birds, and other small mammals. The signs are chewing furniture, scratching excessively, digging, shredding objects. So usually this might be due to boredom, lack of mental stimulation, or probably separation anxiety. So what pet owners can do to reduce this kind of signs is to increase the physical exercise and mental enrichment. For example, you can provide like puzzle toys and interactive
Puzzle, yeah, so cute.
yeah, and then can also provide appropriate outlets for natural behaviors. For example, like I said just now, for cats we need scratching post, and then for dogs probably some chew toys or environment that they can freely run.
Some of these pets on YouTube, right? When you watch them, I mean, are they really that how do you say, understanding, like, like if you're going, like, there was a video of this guy who says, I'm going on a vacation, and the pet knows, like, to go get its toys and come along and put it in the bag. I mean, are those real, or do they train those dogs to do those kind of things purposely just so that they can make a good video?
I think it should be trained. It should be trained, yeah, because not all dogs or pets would do that.
Right.
And it's a good thing because usually the well-trained animals or well-trained pets, it's less stress for the animals and also for the owner as well.
Right. Okay. All right, Dr. Ima, we're gonna break a little bit over here, and then we should get back to you again after the news, which is 3 minutes after 4, and we should continue our conversation. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Thank you so much. It's Dr. Ima with us right here on today's what's this? In 34.
Salam Alaikum Madani, this is Aida Tahir with a news update at 4 p.m. Sungai Buloh MP Datuk Sri R. Ramanan has urged local authorities and developers to prioritize safety and emergency response services when planning infrastructure in the constituency. Datuk Sri Ramanan, who is also the Deputy Entrepreneur Development and Cooperatives Minister, stressed the importance of ensuring that both new and existing developments comply with proper safety and accessibility regulations. Meanwhile, Parti Warisan, or Warisan for short, has decided to contest solo at the upcoming 17th Sabah state election. Warisan President Datuk Sri Muhammad Shafi Abdal confirmed the decision when contacted by Bernama today. The party won 23 state seats in the previous election, but only has 14 states due to defections by several of its assemblymen. Sabah Chief Minister Datuk Sri Haji Jinor was previously reported saying that the state government had till October to dissolve the state assembly and call fresh elections. In foreign news, Francesca Albanese, the UN Special Rapporteur on Human Rights in the Palestinian territory, said Saturday Israel is targeting the Palestinian people in a genocidal campaign across all the Palestinian territories occupied since 1967. In an interview with Palestine TV on Saturday, Albanese emphasized that any attempt to separate Gaza from the West Bank remains a mere illusion. Over in Ottawa, Canada's Liberal Party looked set Sunday to choose a former central banker and political novice as its next leader, replacing Prime Minister Justin Trudeau as it confronts threats from US President Donald Trump. Mark Carney, who served as the governor of the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England, is widely expected to be named the new Liberal leader when results from a vote of around 400,000 party members are announced later Sunday. And finally, in sports badminton, what could have been a perfect shot execution plan fell short as national men's doubles pair Wan Arif Wan Junaidi and Yap Roy King bowed out in the Orleans Masters 2025 semi-finals in France on Saturday. Academy Badminton Malaysia coaching director Rexy Mainaki said their eagerness to execute the perfect shot ended up costing them as the unseeded duo fell to China's top-seeded pair Yang Wei Keng and Wang Chang 14-21, 13-21 in the Super 300 tournament at Palais des Sports Orleans. And that was the news edited by Marina War. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Salam Malaysia Madani. Back to tracks.
Like us on our Facebook page, TRAXXfm Official.
Thank you very much, Ida Tahir from Wisma Berita RTM. You're listening to our talk with Dr. Ima?
Yes, I am.
Are you interested?
Yes.
What
of course.
question would be on your mind?
Oh, what question? Okay, I have one question.
And she works at Serve to You Vet Care. We'll give you more details about that in a bit from now. Dr. Ima,
Yeah.
a while ago we spoke to our news person. Her name is Ida. She's been listening to you and she loves you already. And
Thank you so much.
there you go. And she says she's got a question for you about her cat. She says her cat whose name is Shelly. Shelly has got a problem socializing with other cats. So when she lets Shelly out, Shelly goes for everybody. Like, wants to fight with everybody. So she's got to let Shelly out at a different time. So she wants to know how to get Shelly to actually become a lot friendlier with the rest of the gang.
Okay. Basically, this kind of situation actually happens like most of the cat owners. It's not easy to actually, tackle this thing, but it can be done. It's just that we need to be very patient, and then we have to find multiple different methods. Okay, so one of the causes that might cause, what was the pet's name? Okay,
Shelly.
Shelly, right? Okay, so Shelly, I don't know whether Shelly is the current cat or the previous cat already inside the house,
Right.
or Shelly is the new cat, probably just enter.
I think Shelly is the older one she mentioned.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the things that probably we're expected. Because basically the cat that's older, or she's the one that probably conquering the environment or the territory. So when there is other cat, they will react like differently.
Right.
So what we can do is, one, you have to monitor them when they're together, but I know it's not easy. But what you can do is probably you can try to provide environment that is more peaceful or probably more calm. The things that probably you can try is some pheromones. For example, there's some products that actually can be used as a pheromone to make the cat calmer. So basically, when they calm, they are easier to socialize.
Okay.
Yeah, and then one more thing, probably what you can start is when you're feeding your cat. Basically, feeding is the time where your pet is waiting for. You can feed them in different area. For example, if behind a door, so probably Shelly in this one side and the other cat at the other side.
Right.
Because usually they still can smell themselves. I mean, they can still smell other cats if the cat is around. And you can place a bowl, the food bowl, behind every dog.
Right.
To let them feed without them seeing each other, but at least they know, there's other cat, opposite or just beyond this door. And then slowly you can try to open the door and make them feed near, but not too near.
Right.
But at least they can see each other while feeding.
Okay.
Yeah. So then slowly, you just have to make it gradually. As a, like I said just now, we have to make it as a routine. So you make that one as a routine.
Oh, okay. Okay. The feeding time, perhaps. That's when they get closest.
Yeah. Yes. And then make it like closer and closer until they can actually feed together.
Okay.
That's one of the methods, yeah.
That's one of the methods. And how does diet and exercise impact a pet's stress and overall well-being?
Okay. Actually, it's very important because sometimes people might overlook diet, especially as an impact, right? Okay. So when we categorize in diet, how actually diet impact on stress and well-being? One is balance and nutrition. The diet should be balanced and complete with suitable nutrition needed for each species or each condition of pets. So one of it, if it's complete, it functions for to give benefit for the brain. For example, essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin B, amino acids such as tryptophan, which can support the brain health and to help regulate stress hormones. To stable blood sugar levels, so that they don't have swing moods because not enough sugar in the blood. Irritability caused by inconsistent glucose levels and whatnot. So
I'm sorry, but it's so cute. Yeah.
Fasting. So sometimes our emotion is not so stable. So that's why it's very important for these things to be in a balanced quantity.
Right. So maybe we can use that trick to feed producer Zam also, so he can be balanced. Zam.
Yeah, after Maghrib, I should.
Sorry, Zam.
Okay, other things, other things that probably can contribute from the diet is gut health and mood connection, avoiding unnecessary feeding. For example, sometimes you might overfed your pets, and then sometimes can cause other problems. Other things would be the hydration and stress management.
Right.
So we should ensure proper water intake is important.
Okay.
Because sometimes if they are dehydrated, the other function of the body might be affected.
Right. So, I see a lot of people like to give the pet treats, right? It's like, oh, the pet loves it. It's like a drug for the pet, right? And then
Yes.
doesn't that spoil their appetite for other food, for some serious food?
Okay. Treat actually it's not wrong or it's not bad if you are giving it in a moderate amount. Usually, treat can be given like 10% of the calorie intake daily,
Okay.
not more than the 10%. If you give more than 10%, yes, it might affect with the balance of the diet, the rest of the diet.
Right. And then they don't want to eat their normal food. They want to eat just the treats only, right? I mean, they're like human. Like, we want to eat our snacks. We don't want to eat the proper meals.
Yeah, because that's why it's very important for you to make it as a routine. For example, if once daily, then enough one daily. Don't just give them whenever they want it.
Right.
You just have to train your animals your pets to understand that this one you can only receive one time a day, for example.
Right. Well, so, yeah, and they learn to count, don't they? It's like, that's it. It's over. I don't have to be nice to my owner anymore. I really, it's like, yeah. But I also wonder how they know. Like my mom used to have dogs, right? And every day at 5 o'clock when she's coming back, the dogs they know the time. They know the time. They'll be outside waiting for her, like someone's got the clock or the watch on the paw and saying like, "Hey guys, mom's coming back." It's like they're amazing how they know it, right?
Yes, that's how the routine works. Because they know that your mom will be coming home like at 5, and they know, okay, this is the biological clock already set it for them.
Yeah, they're so much better than us. So we can't tell anything without looking at a clock or something. All right.
Yes,
Okay. What are some simple activities or toys that can help reduce pet stress?
Some of it, okay, for example, we can give them, for example, for dogs, like puzzle feeders or treat dispensing toys. So usually with the puzzle feeders, they have to justify how actually to get the food using the puzzle. So this one is actually a great tool. One, for example, for a dog that is overweight, so that they have like more slow eating habit. And then this one would be with distract them from other like boredom, aggressive behavior, that kind of thing, because they're focusing on the puzzle.
All kinds of things.
Just to keep them engaged and help to reduce anxiety.
Right. Wow. Okay. I have 1,000 more questions to ask you, but not enough time. Dr. Ima. So how can people look for you, Dr. Ima?
They can find me in my Instagram. Just search Dr.Ima _vet.
All right.
Yeah, and then I have Threads also. Thread also the same handle, and TikTok.
All right.
Dr.Ima _vet.
All right. I call it ticks on a dog. TikTok. Okay. Absolute pleasure talking to you this afternoon, ma'am. And we look forward to having you in the studios and chit-chatting with us. And maybe bringing some snakes along or something. That would be fun.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
How about that, Zam? Zam doesn't look amused. Thank you so much, Dr. Ima. And
Thank you, Grace.
And selamat berbuka puasa afterwards, yeah?
Yes, thank you so much.
We
Have
appreciate.
a nice day to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Take care.